This is my drawing of Pennywise, and with Halloween just around the corner, I'm going to guide you through each of the steps so that you can draw this yourself. So grab a pen and paper and let's get started. Let's begin today's lesson in the center page with the inside edge of the brow. We're going to leave a gap in the center, starting over on the left. We want to bend this in and then up. Let's line this up on the right and do the same thing. Now in between, we're going to add another curve, coming down and then up. Let's add a fold. On the left side, bend this down and in, do the same thing on the right. Now I want to curve the edge of the brow, so we're going to start back on the left. Bend this out, and then up, and do the exact same thing on the right. Now I just want to curl this around. We're going to go up, bend this down the side. Now we're going to tuck the eyes in underneath the brow, so on the left side, we're going to bend this up, and then out. Do the exact same thing on the right. Now we're going to step in on the left, bend this down and then in. Let's round up the base of the eye and just pull that towards the inside of the brow. I'm going to add a fold along the inside of the eyes, coming down and then out. Now in the center, we move all the way down and draw the tip of the nose, starting on the left, curve this down and then up. On the ends, we're going to step down, curl the nostril, going around and then in. For the inside, draw a short angled line coming down, and we'll curve the top, going up and then down. From the side of the nose, let's add another fold, going up and then out. Now just underneath the nose, we're going to add a curve from left to right, going up and then down, and then curl the mouth, going around and then up. Let's open up the mouth. On the left side, bend this in and then down towards the bottom. And then we'll round up the bottom of the mouth. Now I'm going to go back to the center. I'm going to separate the teeth with a straight line coming down. Let's curve the bottom of the teeth, coming down and up on the left and right. And then go up toward the top. Now it's going to layer some shorter teeth across the side. Along the bottom, we're going to add a curve going in behind those center teeth for the tongue, and we'll fill the sides of the mouth in black. Now I want to add a thick lower lip, starting on the left, bend this in and then down. Let's round up the lip, coming across the bottom, and then just taper that up and then out towards the right. Now we're going to go back up to the outside of the eyes and draw the lower half of the head. From the brow, we're going to step out, bend this down and out, curve the cheek, coming around and then back in. Let's do the same thing on the right. Start by bending this out, come around and then in. Now I'm going to pull the chin coming down underneath the mouth, extend that down towards the bottom, and then we'll round out the bottom of the chin. Starting back on the left, round this out, and then pull that up. Now we're going to push out the side of the head. Let's start back on the left, bend this out, go all the way around towards the top, and then in. We want to leave a large gap in the center for the hair. Let's go back over towards the right. We're going to go around, go up, and then bend that in towards the same height. Let's draw the top of the hair. From this point, bend this around and over towards the right. Taper that down to create a point. I'm just going to curl this around, up, and over. Bend this back around, and then in. Let's add another layer from the side. And add a point going up. Let's go across the head. Now we're going to go back over towards the left side. Bend this down, across, and then in towards the center of the head. Now we're going to add a wave going around and out. Come down to create a point. Continue out and then back up towards the right. Let's add a little bit of texture across the bottom. Just adding these curves and lines. Let's go back to this indent along the side of the head. We're going to add a curve for the edge of the ears. Now we're going to add those wisps of hair along the side. Let's start from the left, bend this out, down, and then up. Let's line this up on the right. Do the same thing in the opposite direction. Now I'm going to add a point coming down and then in. Let's add another point going around and up. And pull this down and then in towards the side. Let's add some more texture. We're just going to layer this in a couple times, coming down along the side. Let's add another point going out, pull this down and then in. Now we're just going to finish this off by pulling this in towards the side of the cheeks. So we're going to move out, then it's down and in, just underneath the ears. Now going back to the side of the head, I want to add a little bit more texture. Just going to pull this down and out, just brushing this out towards the side of the head. And we can vary the distance of each curve and also varying the length. In between that center piece and the side of the hair, we're going to add some more wisps of hair. Let's start from the left, curl this around and in, bend this down, bend this up and then out, and curl that in. Swirl this around and out. I just want to close this off by adding a couple layers coming towards the side. Let's go over towards the right side. Curl this up, bend this down, add another layer, go out, come down. Let's add one more point. Now let's move down and add the first layer of the color. We're going to start underneath the hair on the left. We're going to draw a wave, going all the way around the face, go up on the right side. Let's add that second layer. We're going to step over, it's going to go all the way around. We want to offset these curves, going back up. Now underneath the head, we're going to add those pleats. Starting in the center, draw a short line coming down. Now we're going to work our way up, just aiming these lines towards the center of the nose. And you can vary the length of each of these lines. I'm just pulling these out. And then go back and work our way out towards the right. Now at this stage, I'm going to switch to my thin black marker and add those fine details. Let's start from the top of the curve of the brow, bend this up and out, and then curl that back in. The top. Now I'm going to add some wrinkles across the forehead. Starting from the left, bend this down, and then up. Add a shorter one across the top. Let's add one slightly longer one in the middle. Now I'm going to add those points across the top of the eyes. Bend this up and then in. Taper that down towards the bottom. Let's add that line going across the bottom. Start from the bottom of the eye, go out, and then curl that in towards the corner of the mouth. Let's go back underneath the eye and taper this out towards the point. Now from the side of the nose, we're going to add a fold going across the cheek and then down towards the mouth. So we're going to start by coming down and out and curl that back down towards the corner of the mouth. And now we're going to tuck the iris and pupil underneath the eyelid. Starting over left, let's draw a half circle. Coming down and then up. Do the same thing on the right. Then we'll add the pupils in the center, the small dot. And then we'll sign our art and add a splash of color. And that's pretty much it. There's a detailed illustration of Pennywise. I hope you enjoyed today's lesson. If you did, you might want to check out this video over here. I want to thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.